Hey you guys, I cannot delay this project anymore. My ground cherry is falling over. It is in a 5-gallon pot, but the height of it is well over 5 feet, probably about 6 or 6.5 feet tall if you kind of stretch it up straight. So I gotta repot it. I'm gonna put it in a bigger pot, and I'm gonna set up a new trellis that's taller so that it can support this plant. Before we get started, I want to thank Thriving Design for sponsoring today's episode and sending me this kit. I will be building the new trellis for the ground cherry. I've used these seed bites and garden stakes for many projects throughout in this garden, so you guys want to check out what I have done with just some simple garden stakes and seed bites. I'll link to some videos down below for you guys to check out. So let's get started. I need to first repot the ground cherry. So the easiest way to do this without hurting the plant is to pick this up and literally put it on top or put it in a bigger grow pot. Now this netting has been doing a really great job in protecting the critters from eating the fruits. Great thing about ground cherries is that you should only eat them when they're fully ripe, which means they would just drop, the fruits would drop off from the plants. So even though it's got, it's got protection, whoop, there goes, one just fell. But no worries because it's so easy to access the fruits. I love Fox Farm potting mix. It's the one I use the most around here. So I'm just gonna put this entire pot inside. Going in. Now I just have to put some soil around it. So I'm just going to fill this up. The next thing I'll do is put the trellis together. I got 4 of these here. I'll just, aha. So they've actually been very attentive, making sure that you don't get poked by the pointy part. So I just need to put this one back up here. Here are some seed bites. Okay. Yay! I really love using these things. I just need to put the safety caps on. All right, so there's all this nasty stuff. It's just gonna get covered up. All right. Okay. This one should be a little higher. All right. I just got to do this all 4 sides and then I'll be done. Okay, here I am. Tight space. All right. This should tie the whole thing together. There we go. There we go. There. I'm just gonna carefully remove this and get right back to you guys. All right, so that's it for tonight, you guys. we'll get back here in the morning and finish this up. Right. Good morning, you guys. Well, not really good morning, but good afternoon, good evening, but this is the next day. Kept this in the garage last night just to prevent the pests from getting into, the fruits, because I obviously have not covered it. My mom is actually making a protection, a new one. Before I put this cover on, I'm going to extend this as a little bit of support to make sure, when I put it on, it's gonna protect the tops of the plant so I won't be breaking it. All right, so I'm just gonna put a couple of these here so I can tie it. And I'm just going to tie this up. Let me show you guys what I've done here with the sea bites. I've built a pretty simple cage, just like your square tomato cages. But what I really like about these sea bites is that I can take it down, whenever I need to, or make adjustments. But I can always build up to it if I get more of these stakes. I can add more and continue to build it as this plant continues to grow. I think I'm going to just keep the shorter cage in here because it seems to really give it that extra security, even though I don't think it needs it. Look at that. Let's pop this open. Ooh, so beautiful. All that work is worth it. Now on to putting this cover on. So we've modified this design this time, going to keep the top slightly open so that it's easier for me to access the top if I need to. Now the pre-made bags are actually available in different sizes, but the size that I need was not available because this is way too big. So I went ahead and just got basically a really large piece of this sort of material and we made it into this bag. You can see the top part is basically this, both sides it's open so that I can access the top when needed, and then this part just sewed a little bit of on this bag, like this line here with a string feeding through so that we can close the top very easily. So yeah, these two are open. So let's put this up, cover this thing up before the night comes. Here it is. See how this part is open so that I can go in and adjust whenever needed. tie this knot. All right, there it is. To close off the bottom, got an elastic. It's basically sewn on this wire that fed through this hole here, made a ring. So that'd be easy to access the inside when I need to add fertilizer, compost, or even pick the fruits. Now this ground cherry has a nice spacious home. All right, I'm going to attempt taking out the 5-gallon pot. I'm going to just slowly roll this one down. I intentionally not overwater this today because it's going to be difficult to transplant. One being a lot heavier, and second is that it really drags the root down and may cause more root damage. It's so hard for me to cut this pot. Don't forget to thank your pot for what it did for the plant. Right now I'm going to remove the 5-gallon pot, and I did that by just cutting slits all around so that it could be easily laid flat. And now I'm going to just take a pair of scissors and, let's see, cut away. Thank you. I'm going to leave this part out so that I can use it to pull. There we go. All right, we got it. We got it. Yeah! Thank you for cooperating. Okay. Now I'm going to finish up filling this up with the potting soil, and after I water it, I'll be able to adjust this and straighten it up. Just finished topping off the soil. Be more sturdy once the soil solidifies a bit with some water. When I was moving this up, one of them dropped, so I gotta reward myself. Thank you. Well, I am so glad that you guys got to be here to transplant the ground cherry with me today. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel and hit the bell notification button. Thank you again to Thriving Design for sponsoring today's episode. If you guys want to pick up some seed bites, don't forget to use my discount code. I'll leave that as well as the links to everything that I've mentioned in this video and my website just below this video for you guys to check out. Thank you, and I will see you right back here in the next one. Happy gardening. See you right back here soon. Bye.